Hello, hello, hello. We are back with Beauty Boys. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe down below. You can watch all of the Beauty Boys episodes right on my YouTube channel. Hey, doll. We are on the third episode of this lovely, lovely series, Beauty Boys. Can you imagine? Kenny will be joining us today. Hey, honey. Ooh, I don't know how this setup is gonna go today. I mean, just my personal setup. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, as always. Kenny's coming on today. Kenny is on vacation, so I am just eternally grateful that he's even still available to come on, because he is fully on location somewhere else. I don't want to put his business out there. I'll wait for him to say it. Let me see. I don't even know if he's in glam. We're gonna see what's all going on. But I do know he's on vacation, so we're just gonna chat and see what it's all giving. I was live on Friday night for episode 2 with Cameron Sky. That live was so lit. I had quite a busy weekend. Honestly, I'm very exhausted. I was in New York for the weekend for a Juneteenth event on Saturday that I spoke at, and that went very well. I'll post the entire speech on my IGTV. I say entire like it's a long speech or something. I just gave remarks for a few minutes, but I'm gonna post the entire video on my IGTV for sure. Friday night was the live, so yeah, I was in New York for the majority of the weekend. Overall, it was a very successful weekend. So here we are. 2 lives in 3 nights, technically. So I'm trying to get into the live game. Obviously, we're doing it for the series this month, for Pride Month, with all the other beauty boys. I'm really excited to get some other beauty boys on too. The beauty boys movement will not end with Pride Month. We will keep it going with lives, with pre-recorded conversations. We'll have some sponsored opportunities going on. Hey, doll. We are back again. We are waiting. We're waiting for Kenny to come on. Kenny is on a whole vacation, and I can say that because he's already made it known on his Instagram. I'm not going to say where he is. Again, I will let him disclose that information, but he is not in town. Kenny's on vacation, but he said he's still coming on. So I'm really grateful for that, because I mean, I have no idea what a vacation actually feels like because I've been single for so long. But I can imagine that it's fabulous and luxurious, especially for Kenny. So I'm really glad that he still wants to come on. I can't believe this is the 3rd one that we're doing. Cameron's live was really, really lit. Like, it was definitely giving Friday night glamour. It was giving full glam. If you guys haven't seen that live, I put the whole thing up on my IGTV. I'm also putting the entire series on my YouTube channel. So like, however you want to watch your lives, however you like to engage in your live makeup moments, I got it for you. It looks like the doll is here. We're gonna get Kenny in here. First of all, Kenny is such a doll, and he's one of the nicest. I said it in the reel I posted. He's literally one of the nicest, most genuine influencers I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. Kenny! Hi!
I don't know if it's the best lighting. I'm like trying to figure
Hi, doll. How are you? It's fine. You look great.
I'm gonna be doing my makeup. Like I already started, but
Okay, good. Fabulous. So am I. I'm going to do a little look over here as well.
I would love to
First
hear.
of all, I'm so glad that you came on because I know you're on vacation.
I know, but I wanted to get on so bad because we've talked about this for a while.
I know, but I'm really grateful that you came on anyway because I know you're on location, you're having a beautiful trip, so I'm really grateful that you still came on.
Of course.
Do you want to say where you are on vacation or you want to keep it cute and private?
No, I'm in Hawaii right now.
Fabulous. Is this your first time going there or no?
It
My
is.
God, how is it?
It's fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Oh yeah, Kenny is giving you the Hawaii glow. Kenny is giving you skinny girl. Like, I'm here for it. Hi, Keith.
Hi.
Oh, yes. Oh, so how are you?
I'm good. How are you? What are we gonna talk about today?
I'm good. You know what I've kind of made the conversation about just with everybody else is just like, obviously since it's Pride Month, we want to talk about blackness, we want to talk about gender, we want to talk about sexuality and all of that. But what's great is we actually have had a chance to kind of have this conversation a little bit on House of Shades
Mhm.
because your platform is so amazing and definitely inspired me to want to get into more conversations like these. And it's so great that for Pride Month, I could start with four Black beauty boys. And that's been such an amazing experience. Hi, Dion. Hi, everyone. So, first, I mean, we kind of like have chatted already and, had a little bit of the conversation, but tell me first, like, how you first got into makeup.
So, it kind of started off like I was editing my pictures. It's so I love I love telling.
Yes, gotta stay hydrated.
So honestly, I was like over editing my pictures a lot, and I was just like perfecting my skin, and everyone was kind of just like, "Oh, you're editing your pictures a lot," and I was like, "I know," and they were like, "You should like wear makeup because then you can just kind of like turn your pictures and you could look like your pictures if that makes sense." Not that I didn't look good in person, but it was like my skin was just looking like so good. You know what I mean? And I was like almost like unrealistic, especially at the time because I was just like more like masculine presenting, I would say. So like it was just kind of like, oh wow, his skin is like phenomenal. So I kind of just started wearing makeup to kind of perfect my skin, but I started off with just like foundation and like mascara, and like I swore that was like all I would wear. I swore that's like the most I would like do, and then I just started adding more and more and more and more, and here I am now with a full face.
Wait, so how old were you though when this started? Like,
I was, I remember it was like sophomore year of college, so I was about to be 20.
wow, I love that though. Like, you were young. You were younger than me when I started wearing makeup. I didn't start until I was like 24 or 25.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was the same. I started like so light, like just concealer and a little powder foundation, and that was it. So like I didn't really get to like full face glam until like I was maybe like 27, 28 even
Wow.
maybe. Yeah, I was like a slow bloomer. I was more experimental with like clothing and style earlier on, you know?
And that's another thing. I was like really into like fashion and stuff too. But at the time, I was kind of wearing a lot of like preppy clothing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like, yeah, like very like preppy stuff, which wasn't really my style then. Because before I knew I was like very into like pink and like just like a different vibe. But like I felt like I was like trying to blend in more because I was going to like all white schools and stuff, and I know like their vibe was more like preppy, I guess you could say. So I naturally kind of started picking up their like trends and clothing habits and stuff, but I knew like that wasn't really me. And then I started finding my own like style and stuff, and that was really fun.
Yeah. And like, I mean, what's crazy for me is like my high school experience was like totally that of like a student athlete because I was like fully like, yeah, like we talked about this a little before, like, um, starting in sports and just kind of like that heteronormative kind of approach to being like a black kid, so like for me, style, like I knew that I wanted to experiment with clothes and style, but like the persona that I had in high school would never allow it. Like I was in sweats like every single day. People never believe me when I tell them that. But like in high school, I was like, I have practice after school. I'm not gonna like, put on like a whole outfit. I wanted to be comfortable, but also I still wasn't fully like understanding my identity, you know what I mean, yet anyway. So it was kind of just an easy way out for me. Um, and didn't you play football?
Yeah, so I honestly played like every sport. I played like football, basketball, baseball, wrestling, like pretty much every sport you can think of, I played. And I was relatively good at them, but like I just like wasn't passionate about them. Like I would like hit a home run and I wouldn't care. Like people would like out and like like go to the dugout and like high five all their like teammates, and I would just like hit a home run and it was like whatever, like I just did that, but like I just didn't care, so I wasn't like passionate about it at all, which was like a like I guess a red flag, obviously. Because I was more so doing it to kind of like appease like my parents and stuff. Like my dad was really into that, and like don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it, but I saw it as more of like a family bonding experience, I guess you could say, because all my brothers played it too. So I more so saw it as like a yeah, family bonding experience, like something to do with like my brothers, my dad, um, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and I do like love it for that. But I didn't like it for me personally.
I can totally relate to that. Like, I am a naturally competitive person anyway. Like, I still have that even now. Not like, in a crazy way, but like if I'm having game night, like I take game night very seriously. Like I can't. So with basketball for me, like I definitely grew to love it, for the competitive side of it. Like we won a state championship. Like I'm still very proud of like, what I accomplished. But every time I look back, I'm just like, I definitely would have done things differently in terms of like, I wouldn't have made it look like I was, going to be like some collegiate athlete, like I definitely would have broken out of that stereotype a lot earlier. So what was it like for you transitioning from like the heteronormative, like playing sports and being an athlete to then like kind of more embracing what some would call like feminine traits?
So I felt like that was kind of hard because obviously I made friends like when I was playing these sports and stuff. So it was hard to kind of like make friends um, doing like sports and stuff. But then like those same people that I was friends with in like middle school and like kind of high school, like them seeing me like this was kind of just like, what happened to him? Like what? Like who is he now? You know what I mean? It was kind of confusing because and then like they see this Kenny and then they're just what going on? So I feel like a lot of people felt like they didn't know the real me ever. If that
Yeah,
makes sense. Even though it's like nothing's changed. Sorry, I'm looking for my eyebrow pencil.
me
Even
too.
even though nothing's changed, really, like obviously, like I'm more confident. So I changed for a better. You know what I mean? But like people, I could see how people could think I wasn't like being myself. I guess you could say, but it's like why can't I just have possible interest? You know?
Yes, Ethan, the character development of it all. Absolutely.
So that was the hardest struggle because it was like I didn't want people to think like, oh, like I'm not the same person anymore. I've like totally changed. Because like if I were to see like some of these people now, like they would literally get the same Kenny. Obviously, I'm a little bit more like extravagant now and a little bit more. glamorous, but like that's only like 10% of the time. You know what I mean? I don't wear makeup every single day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I usually post those kind of things, obviously, because it's my Instagram, but I don't always wear makeup. So it's like, I just feel like some people just kind of get caught up in like the social media world and they think everything online is like the truth. And like, there's not anything else to me other than that, which sucks.
Yeah, I get that. And like something you said that resonated with me was like when you say, you don't wear makeup every day. I think people have this perception specifically about men who wear makeup, which is part of my inspiration for going live with, a bunch of beauty boys because I'm just trying to, and you've been doing it for a lot longer than I have, but I just want to continue like normalizing men having the option to be as beautiful as we want to, because it's not like something we do every single day. If I was in full glam every single day, I I wouldn't even be able to take myself,
I
let alone it'd be way too much. I could never do it.
literally,
Um,
it's like literally a full time job being glam. Like people don't realize that. Like it's a lot.
it's a
At least
lot.
a lot. Like I feel like it's a lot. So sometimes I'm just not up to it. But it's really fun. Like I love it. I literally love it, and I'm not gonna stop.
Right, I mean, I completely agree. I think some people do understand that it's a lot, but I think they get the message wrong and they get the intention wrong because a lot of people, a lot of ignorant people, I shouldn't say like the majority of people, but I just know a lot of people still think that men who, like makeup or want to wear makeup want to be women. And so, unfortunately, when we were growing up, not to like age ourselves, I'm definitely older than you are, but like there's been a lack of representation of men who look like us and who act like us in the media for a long time. So, like when you were growing up, like who were your idols? Who were people that you looked up to? Like not just in beauty. I was asking the other guys like who their beauty icons were. And you can say that too, but like just in general, who did you look up to as like a young black gay boy?
Honestly, this sounds so sad, but like I literally didn't look up to anyone because like I felt like growing up there wasn't really anyone to look up to. Like
Yep.
genuinely, if we're talking like a young like 12, honestly, up until like even college, I feel like I still didn't really have anyone so recently. Um, so honestly, no one. So I would kind of have to look. I would find a lot of my inspiration definitely from like women. I would say very like independent, strong, like confident women who are like, I'm not taking no for an answer. Like I'm not gonna let like what's the word? I'm not gonna let like um, I hate when I lose my train of thought. I'm not gonna let like super like macho men tell me what I can and can't do. I'm gonna do what I want. You know what I mean? So I always kind of looked up to women like that, even though it's like I'm a guy, like I kind of still like what we kind of go through a similar struggle. You know what I mean? Because like I know a lot of times like men can try to tell like women like, oh, you can't do this, you're a girl, or like you can't do this, like this is a guy's job. You know what I mean? So I kind of like try to relate to that struggle a little bit because there was no like gay men doing. I don't want to say doing anything positive, but never like shown in a positive light if they were doing it. You know what I mean? So the representation was very negative.
Yeah, I remember when I was in college, my mom bought me the entire DVD set of Will and Grace every single season. And of course, I fell in love with the show. And if I look back in terms of like TV and movies, Will and Grace was probably like maybe one of the like shows that I saw with like main characters who were gay and like feminine, you know what I mean? Like femme presenting, but they're all white. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So then there was still that limit, that barrier, that I still couldn't really see myself in any of these people, not fully anyway. Um, so yeah, I relate to that. Like that's why I feel like a lot of us end up looking up to, the women in the music industry or entertainers or anything, because when it comes to like image and beauty, You know, I didn't see any black men doing stuff that I felt like I wanted to be doing. And like when you're young, you don't even know yet, but like I don't know, when you like the strength, the independence, I totally related to what you said about that because we see that in black women, you know, a lot. Our own moms, Beyonce, like, you know what I mean? So that's why so many black gay men look up to these women. And I don't see that as a negative thing. I just think that what is important is to understand like you know, gender is a social construct. You know, what the sex you're assigned at birth doesn't have to dictate how you dress or what you wear or where you go or who you talk to. Like, at least for me anyway. I mean, I've come to an understanding of gender in my own way, and I feel like as beauty boys, that's like kind of what we have to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Literally.
know, it's not easy. Like it's a long process. So like how did you start to become comfortable with you know who you are as a man who embraces both sides of gender, you know what I mean, doesn't conform to you know the typical male stereotype, you know, like when did you start going out in full glam and just being like, you know what, this is Kenny and I'm a baddie.
Okay, so honestly, this is like a double-edged sword because I would say probably when I was like 21, probably like 20, like I started wearing it like confidently. Once I felt like I had a lot of support from like people close to me, so I wanted to say like my friends definitely helped me. Like I feel like if I'm around a lot of people that support me and I know if something were to like happen, like I have like supporters and I have people backing me up, if that makes sense. But I noticed like recently, only because like everything that's been going on in the world, I've been a lot more like cautious about things. And like me before, like go, I would go anywhere and not even think twice about it. Cause you're not like I didn't care. Like I would do whatever I wanted. Like at me wouldn't care. Like toss it, just literally like tunnel vision. You know what I mean? But just because of everything that's happening in the world, like so many crazy things have been going on, and I'm just like a little more cautious now because I don't want to like lose my life, you know, in the process of trying to live my truth, if that makes sense. So it's a little scary. So I noticed I've been kind of like still living in my truth, but I've been, I don't want to say toning it down a little. I've been just like, what's the word? I don't know. I've just been like more cautious of my surroundings. So I might not be like totally full crazy glam if I'm like at a super chill, like local, like I feel like there's a time and place for everything kind of thing. So if I'm going somewhere, so I kind of choose where I'm going, if that makes sense. So like I'll go.
Yeah,
I usually, if I'm full glam, I'm usually going somewhere that's appropriate for that.
yeah, totally. And it's
Or
funny.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, but now I'm just a little cautious now. So it's like it sucks, but for the most part, um, I'm definitely still confident. But I know like not everyone is gonna like approve of like my lifestyle and stuff, and it sucks that I have to like even consider other people's feelings. And like always I don't, you know, but sometimes I have to, like especially like right now in Hawaii, like yesterday I remember me and Rob were just like chilling and we were like on this lawn and then there was like this guy that comes over and he's like, oh, like get off my lawn, da 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 da. And it was like a street. Like and this guy was like I think he maybe, I don't know. But he was like sleeping on like the lawn or whatever. Um and he didn't have
This
like
was in Hawaii? This is while
a
you're on vacation
yeah,
there?
like yesterday. So I'm like, okay. But like just little stuff like that. But he wasn't like saying like Rob, you know, he was saying it to me. And I was like full glam. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like so it's like little
Kenny,
like that.
Kenny, I already told you how I feel about these things. If I have to come halfway across the world to go mess somebody up, you know I don't play these games.
It's crazy. So it's just like little things like that. You know what I mean? So that it's just like I'm always like one day I'll be like feeling super confident and then one day I'm just like not as confident that day. So it is a struggle every now and then, but I feel like recently it's only been like everything that has happened recently in the world. It kind of put me it kind of made me more of aware of certain things. So I'm a little bit more cautious when I'm like strutting myself. But
Yeah.
I will stop strutting my stuff. Let's just put it that way.
Like you would say that you're like selective about.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't put myself in situations as frequently anymore to kind of get, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, totally.
So, but it's like when you're on vacation and stuff, it's like you can't control. Like, you don't know who you're gonna meet. You don't know what the vibe's gonna be. You don't know. Like it's more so the unknown environments. If I'm not familiar, like that's when it's a little scary for me because you just don't know like the area you're in. You might not have your friends around. You might not have that support system that you're used to. Versus like me being at home, I feel comfortable pretty much going anywhere. Because it's like I know have people around me. I know if I ever got into anything, I would have support. But it's like when you're like hours and hours and hours away, I might think twice about wearing this outfit, or I might think twice about, you know, being a little bit extra. But for the most part, I think I'm good. But it just depends on the day, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely relate to that. I feel like it depends on the day, the situation, what city I'm in, like what I'm wearing, what the vibe is. And it's a little crazy if you think about it because it's literally like sometimes I find myself like catering my appearance to make other people not be uncomfortable. And it's like, why in the world do I even have to think like this? But the reason is because people are nuts. And there are
Yeah.
crazy things happening out here. I've gotten into, problematic situations with people. I'm sure you have too. So yeah, we still live in a world where we really have to be cautious and understand, our surroundings and who's going to be around because not everywhere we go is going to be a very supportive environment, period. Even if it's your own people. And I say that meaning like black people, even gay people, because we know that even in the gay community, I don't know if everyone listening knows this, but femme men in the gay community get put down a lot constantly. There's a huge stereotype against femme presenting gay men in the community. And
Yep.
honestly, it's a whole nother conversation. But yes, Taryn, it is exhausting. But it's part of becoming an adult and understanding your presence and your power as a gay man. But what I love about you, Kenny, is that you have continuously used your platform to show people how to be confident, how to be beautiful with or without glam, because you post both. And I love that too. Um, but what I wanted to ask you was like, you've obviously grown a huge following on social media, and you've reached a level of success and celebrity that people might assume that you never have to deal with stuff like that because, you get to go on trips with brands and, you're in ad campaigns. So, like, I think what I mean is sometimes people assume that once you get to that level that you have, that it gets easier a little bit. So can you talk about like how it's been and like what the process has been like for you and like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little bit of both actually. So I do feel like it was easier. Like I know in the beginning, like I felt like it was a lot easier. So I almost didn't even consider like all the negative things and the bad things that could happen to me because I was on like almost cloud nine, honestly. Like it was just a very like I'm on top of the world. No one can like break this like level I'm on almost. Like I just feel like I'm so happy with life right now that like no one can break this like high I'm on right now. You know what I mean? And then like things start to happen in the world and you're just like, you know what, I really need to be cautious. Like there's real like stuff, like not everyone might know who I am. You know what I mean? To someone else I could just be Joe Blow down the street. You know what I mean? So it's like the person that meets me might not know who I am. So it's like, yeah, I may appear like famous and stuff online, but not everyone in Hawaii knows who I am. So when someone sees me walking down the street, they don't know Kenny online. So to them, I'm just another person. So that could also put me at risk. So it's like I'm still every day.
You know what's crazy? I get mistaken mostly for the fashion, but I get mistaken for EJ Johnson all the
Oh,
time.
gotten that too.
I'm sure you have. And to be honest, I'm just gonna keep it 100%. I was in Vegas one time, and these girls at the table next to us thought that I was EJ. And I'll just say that, there were some perks that would come along if EJ Johnson was in the club that night. So I very much let them think that I was. And we had a fabulous evening. But
I met EJ at like BeautyCon one year.
how was that?
Honestly, I don't think he liked me too much.
Oh, well, from what I've heard, he doesn't like a lot of people too much.
Well, honestly, we didn't like meet me, but we were like next to each other. Do you know what I mean? And he was like
Yeah,
giving me looks, but not like nice looks. But
yeah.
I feel like this kind of goes back to like a lot of like black boys and like them presenting boys in the community almost like there's like one spot and all that kind of stuff. So I felt like we were the only ones there, kind of. I felt like he was like, you know what I mean? Kind of just giving me the look. And I looked good. That was like my first time ever going to beauty. I just felt like kind of just looking at me like, you look good, why are you here? Kind of attitude. Like, I don't know. Instead of just like, oh my God, you look cute. It was kind of just a. And I didn't want to really go up to him because I didn't want to be like, awkward and super fangirly and like crazy. So I was just like, whatever. But that was like years ago. Like,
Yeah.
years ago at this point. But I don't take it personal or anything, obviously.
Yeah, I've been out in the same clubs a couple times with him and ran into him outside of Catch one time in New York, just like randomly in passing. And never had a conversation, but a lot of people at that level of fame, I think, they have a little bit of entitlement, I'm not gonna lie. Um, and I think that they think that we're trying to come for them or take their spot, or what I mean, we're
Yeah,
gonna act like we're
yeah,
superior or supreme. And like that's why I love doing this series and talking to other people, because I'm like, there are really nice people who do, what I mean, what we do. Like not everybody is a competitive queen or nasty or vicious. Like my mom is from South Carolina. Like she told me to be nice and humble. And, I have a level of confidence and sometimes a little bit of cockiness, just to keep myself going. But like, honestly, I've met a lot of really nice people, like in the beauty community, even celebrities. Like, there are people out there, like us, I mean, in the gay community, like black gay men who want to show support. And if I saw you in the street in Hawaii, we would have like a whole moment, There wouldn't be any like dirty looks. It would be like, oh my God, girl, this is like a Power Rangers moment. Let's team up. And well, you have a man, so I would go get some phone numbers and you could be my wingman.
I know, honestly, I wish more people were like that. I really feel like it's not that common, weirdly. Like, maybe it's just like where I'm from, but I do low key feel like, I don't know.
Well, Kenny, you've been in the game for a lot longer than I have. Do you feel like it's getting better?
Yes and no. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm overly nice sometimes, and I feel like people usually take that to their advantage. Like, sometimes, like, and like maybe some other people around me will be like, "Oh, Kenny, like I don't know if you should trust this person." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, "No, like they're so sweet." Da, da, da. Like I always try to see the good in people. Like honestly, I do, and that's also a good thing, but it can be a very bad thing when you always try to see the good in everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can, put yourself in harm's way. You can get yourself hurt, um, and it could just, not always work out in the way you want it, and it sucks because you get hurt, you lose friendships. So I've definitely experienced a lot of that, which really does suck because I hate like losing friends and like just such a like I don't know. It's like because it takes a lot for me to connect with someone in general. Like it's like if I trust you and I like you, like that already alone is saying something because I don't like and trust everyone, you know? Um, and not that I don't like everyone, but it's like, if
You
I'm
can't. You can't like
enough,
everyone. I'm sorry.
that means a lot to me. So it's like, that means I like obviously like trust you enough or I like you to a certain degree. So, and I feel like, you know, backstabbed or like taken advantage of or some shady stuff is going down, like, it really upsets me. And I feel like I've experienced that so much. And it's happened so much that it's just like I expect it almost, you know, and it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. And you know what? That makes me think because I wanted to ask you this before when you interviewed me on House of Shades, but you know, I wasn't trying to get too much into your business. But I want to know about how you met your boyfriend.
So we met in college.
Shut up. Oh, you've known him for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not to call you old, but you know what I mean.
we met probably my senior year and his junior year because he's like a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was literally gonna move to like LA, and then we like met.
Get out of here. And he
Yeah,
kept you over here. Well, on the East Coast.
literally.
Oh my God.
Like I don't know if I would have liked LA though. Like I'm like thinking like I've like visited, but like I don't know. Like I feel like it would have just like chewed me up and spit me out. Like I don't know, because I like really I just hear like a lot of like things about it. You know what I mean?
I love LA so much. LA is one of my favorite cities in the world, but I just know that, and Lord Jesus, I'm 31 years old, right? So I'm like, I'm grown. But I will say, I just know if I were to ever live there, I would have to be fully like centered, Zen, chakras, like Gandhi, that kind of moment, because it's like you said, LA will do a number on you. I've seen it happen to people. I see it happening to people right now. Like, it's just what happens because as much as I love LA, it is low key kind of like a very toxic city. Like, you know.
And that's how I felt. So I was like really happy to like you know not really move there, honestly. But I did want to for a little bit. And I'm also just kind of like one of those people that's just like I don't want to move. You know, I want to like build where I am. I'm not saying like I want to stay in like Pennsylvania, but like the East Coast. You know, like I definitely want to be like on the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, what's so great is that you've built House of Shades. And you guys have done so many things. I mean, you guys started doing so many more lives during Pride Month, and like the lives are always amazing. But I know that you guys do a lot of like community outreach and local events, and it's amazing because you've literally built this platform, you know, in Pennsylvania, you know, like in areas where people aren't always accepted, and you know, so what inspired you to start House of Shades?
Well, honestly, like I felt like it kind of happened when I was at like one of the lowest points in my life. Like I felt like I was going through so much, and I was just like looking for something to kind of inspire me again in a way because I was always like kind of passionate about stuff like that. Like I wanted to redirect my something positive and not so much negative because I wasn't necessarily liking what I was putting out online. I felt like I could do so much more and like promote positivity and like things that actually matter to my community instead of being someone that has a platform and like doesn't really care about their own people or community. Um, I don't know. So I kind of just wanted to, you know, make a difference in my community because you don't see a lot of that. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people either make it and kind of just like forget where they came from, don't care about the people younger than them that are trying to make it, kind of thing. They're like, I made it, screw everyone else.
Yeah, and you know what really inspired me was that when you interviewed me on the live, and then I saw everything that you were doing and even the guests that you had on, because that was the first time that I actually heard Keith's story and saw Keith on social, and that's how we connected. Like, so the full circle moment had already happened. But what I love is that you're so inclusive of the LGBTQ people that you feature on the page. I mean, you have so many different types of people. It's like so refreshing and fascinating because I feel like it could have been so easy to just say like, I want to do all influencers, or I want to make sure that they're all at least have at least 5,000 followers. Hi, Christina. But you made the guest list you continue to make the guest list so diverse. And I love that because like it's like real people, it's not all about just like, oh, what movie is coming up for you next? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's so real and genuine. Like, that's what I really love about it.
Yeah, because that was like really important to me because I wish I had that when I was like trying to figure out like what I wanted to do, and like I didn't have that community, and it sucked because I just always wish I had like people to go to and people to like connect with online and stuff, but I just didn't have that at all, and it made things a lot harder. It made me kind of do things that I probably wouldn't typically do, and it made me, just do things that I wouldn't say regret doing because it made me who I am now. And like, I don't want to say I regret anything because I wouldn't be who I am without like, doing what I did and stuff. But I don't know. Like I was like looking for love in all the wrong places, and just like giving people chances that like I probably wouldn't give chances to if I was in the right headspace. And yeah, I just feel like everyone should have a little support system or a group or something that they feel like I can go to these people or I can go to this group if I ever feel like I'm lost, or like I feel like I'm an outsider. I feel like I'm the only person going through this. 'Cause I feel like that all the time still.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. How did your boyfriend feel about you wearing makeup were you wearing makeup when you first got together?
So yeah. So honestly that's a whole nother story. So um
Ooh.
when I was like dating boys, like before him, like when I would like talk to boys and like grinder, all that stuff, I wouldn't wear makeup. So like my profile picture would always be like masculine because like there's that whole uh,
Yes.
like stereotype and like stigma like that like some boys get. And
Yes.
I kind of would just be always like more masculine presenting when I would like date and stuff. But once I kind of grew online more, it kind of got hard to like hide that, if you know what I mean. Like it kind of
Yeah.
oh, what's your Instagram? And then it was like, oh, I, I didn't think at that point. And then I did have like a private Instagram, but then it just got to the point where it was like, if you just look up my name, like stuff comes up. So I couldn't hide it anymore. Then I'm like, you know what? Why do I want to be with someone that I can't like be myself around? Like that just sounds toxic, and that just sounds like I'm not being myself. So I was like, why would I want to be with someone like that? So
Hmm.
just started, doing me, and it's like if you like it, great. If you don't, peace. Like I'm not gonna not be who I want to be for someone else, pretty much. But my boyfriend definitely like saw me around like campus and stuff. So he knew I wore makeup like for sure. But when we would like hang out and stuff, I didn't wear makeup. But I knew he knew that I wore makeup, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to come across as like super like high maintenance and stuff because I know usually when you wear makeup and stuff often you can always come across as like high maintenance and like
A
all that.
diva.
Yeah. So when we first started hanging out, like we were just like chilling. Like it wasn't even anything crazy like that, and it wasn't like we weren't even like supposed to date. We weren't even like talking or anything. It was honestly just like friends. So I wasn't even like trying to like impress him or anything, if you know what I mean. It was kind of just like we're hanging out, we're as friends. And like I was saying, like I don't necessarily wear makeup every single day, so it wasn't like I was like trying to necessarily hide it from him because I think I was at the point where it was like love it or hate it, I'm still gonna do it.
Right.
I think more so for me with guys, it was like I want you to still know I'm down to earth. Like I know you might see this like online persona, but that's not me 24/7. Like there's another Kenny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So I think that's how I kind of like correlated me wearing makeup and like I guess you could say dating. But I think he loves both. I know he likes me without makeup. I don't want to say more, but I know he likes me with makeup too. Like he really does just like both. You know what I mean? And it's like awesome that I have that support, and it's like awesome that I just feel loved no matter what. Like I don't have to like give up one for the other. Like I feel like I could literally be both. Because sometimes it could be the other way around, where people only like feminine boys. So you feel like you have to like constantly be like feminine 24/7.
Yeah, and then I feel like that's where like the fetishizing starts coming into, and it's just the dating world, Kenny, is not. It's
Creepy.
probably no better than what you remember it to be because I'm out here struggling. I was just in New York over the weekend. I spoke at this Juneteenth event at Prospect Park in Brooklyn. And I literally it was like a 5 minute speech. It wasn't like that big of a deal, but it was a great honor to be asked, you know. And I literally said at the end of my speech, I'm like, everyone, I'm single. Please take note. I was like, if anyone has an uncle or a stepfather or a grandfather or a step nephew, no, literally, because like, again, I'm, 31 years old. I'm not getting any younger. Thank heavens nobody would ever guess that I'm 31 years
Oh,
old.
I had no idea.
Did you really?
Mm-mm. You would always say you're older than me, so I knew you were like a little older, but I thought like probably like 28 maybe.
Oh, you are so sweet. You're
I
such a
heard
doll.
that like I thought I was older.
Get out of here. You thought you were older than me?
Yeah, I feel like you look so young.
Kenny, your face is literally like a baby angel's. Can
So
you imagine? You know what I want you to talk about? I want you to talk about your journey of body positivity because I know you address it a lot like in your content, but I really want you to first of all, you look incredible.
thank you.
You look amazing, and I know that you feel amazing, but can you just talk about what the journey has been like for you overall?
Yeah, so that's been crazy. So for a while, like so growing up I was always skinny and I didn't realize like weight's always been a huge issue for me. Like not I don't want to say issue, but it's always been something that's like on my radar. It's
That you paid attention to.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
always paid attention because it goes back to wrestling. You know what I mean? Like when you wrestled, you have to step on the scale and like da 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 da. So like even something you go as far back as that, like it's always been on my radar. And I didn't think anything of it, especially because like when you go to the bathroom and if you have like like a scale in your bathroom, like whenever I would like shower and stuff, like back at home growing up, I would like weigh myself, not thinking like anything because at the time I was like really skinny, so like I was like whatever, I'm just curious how much I weigh. Um, and that's how I was all the way until like literally like college. Then I gained like the freshman 50. You know how it's like the freshman like 15? I gained like the freshman literally. So I went from like 145 to like 180, I think like 189. I was like, oh my god. So then when I went home for like summer vacations or like like little breaks and stuff, like my family would be like, "Oh my god, like you got so big." So that's when I kind of started to see weight as like a negative thing. Like it started to kind of like mess with my head a little bit. But even though like when I was skinny, it messed with my head too because I was playing sports and I was always thin. So it was like I got bullied almost for being like too thin for a guy, if that makes sense. So I was just always like never tough in a way. I was either too skinny and then all of a sudden I just felt too big. So it was just like totally extreme. So I feel like I could relate to anyone that goes through like weight struggles and stuff because I feel like I've been on like both ends of the spectrum, like too skinny and like too fat or like whatever people want to say. Um, and a lot of the times I want to do say it like can be in your head because I look at some pictures when I'm like when I thought I was like so huge and I'm like yo like what was wrong with me like I was fine. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but like I was fine. So sometimes it can be very, very mental. But I want to say last year, I think it was last year, I just got really unhappy. Like, I got to the point where it was like, I need to do something or I'm just going to lose it all. Like, I'm just not happy with myself. I lost like every inch of confidence I had. It was just very, very sad. And everything that I loved, like, I didn't love anymore. And that's when I knew, like, even doing my makeup, I just didn't care. I stopped doing skincare. I stopped, like, literally just everything I loved, I just stopped caring about. And then the clothes I stopped caring about because I could no longer fit into, like, the clothes that I liked. I wanted to fit into no longer getting good on me. So it just got very, like, I don't know, it just got very sad. I don't know what it was because I was always someone who loved clothing. I was always someone who loved makeup and, like, all that stuff. So for me not to be able to do that, I didn't realize at the time that it was because I was like gaining weight, but once I was out of it, I'm like, you know what? It's because I was gaining weight, but I just really wanted to be out of it. So I was like, I need to do something now, or I'm just gonna keep going down this path. But I'll be honest with you, it's not something that I thought I could ever do. Like, I never thought I could lose like 45 pounds, to be honest. And I've always been someone who's like, eat what you want, do what you want, like, who cares? Body positivity, like, and I still do feel like that, but like everyone says, when it comes to you, like, it's so hard to like think like that, especially when it comes down to like, I guess also because it is part of like my job and career too. Like, I have to see myself, I have to take pictures and all that. So it just got very to the point where I didn't even enjoy that anymore. Like, I was like posting to post. Like, I was posting to like because I had to, not because I enjoyed it. And that's when I felt like, this is really a problem. So I changed it, and
Good
I'm
for you.
so happy. Um,
Good for you. Because that's really the message. It's like, if, and you know what else is the message? It's not just like, if you don't like something about yourself, just change it. It's like, change it to make yourself happy. Like, don't change it to make anybody else happy. Don't change it because, it's trendy. You know what I mean? Do it as like a genuine effort, because mental health, I feel like last year with the pandemic, mental health became like the trendiest topic ever because, I mean, obviously we all went through a lot. And so a lot of people had to face mental health issues that maybe some of us didn't even know that we had. I mean, I was low key one of them. I had my emotional and mental breakdown. And so I really commend you for also always being authentic with, your process and how you maintain your beauty and your beauty process because, the girls are out here getting plucked and tucked and, will be the first ones to say that they go to the gym every day. I'm like, who are you trying to fool, me or you?
well, I'll be honest, I haven't gone to the gym once. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't hit the gym, not at all. And
And there's no problem with that.
yeah,
I hate the gym. I don't go to the gym
yeah.
either.
But I'm not gonna even sit here and put a workout outfit on and act like I be hitting the gym every day because I know I don't. You know what I mean? And people really out here do do that.
Yeah.
It is. I think people want to like get paid for it. I think some people will just like lose a lot of weight and then are like, oh, like I could probably get like a sponsorship for like this now because I look like a little fitnessy. But I'm just like, I didn't go to the gym. Probably won't be going to the gym. Like, no, I'm not gonna say that. It is something I wanted to do. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, and that's totally fine because you could have easily been one of those people who could have got a nice, beautiful sponsorship, you know what I mean, an ad placement or something with some kind of product that you weren't even using or some gym that you weren't
Yeah,
even going to. That would have been very easy for you, but you're always very authentic about your process. I really appreciate that.
yeah. I'm like, I just know, but I do like. I don't know. I do want to start going to the gym. I just haven't gotten there yet because I feel like it was just like I feel like the whole weight loss thing for me was just like very mental. Like I
Yeah.
needed like me being able to do it told me like I could do anything I really put my mind to because that was such a hard thing for me to even do. Like no one knew. I love food so much. Like I literally like like no one even knows. Like I'm just such a foodie. So it's like for me to even do that was like huge. So I'm like, if I could do that, and that's like probably one of the hardest battles I've ever had to go through, like I could do anything. So for me, it was just a lot, honestly, which I loved.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of you because, again, usually it takes people a lot longer till they get a lot older, to deal with those issues. And it's really hard. It's hard for anybody, but it's especially even hard for, a gay boy growing up. I know we've talked about before, like at one point parents not being supportive. So there's just a lot that goes into like every decision that we make for our lives. you know? Um
People don't realize that they see a pretty picture and they're like, oh, he's good.
yeah, and the journey, it's just all about the journey. Everybody has a story, but like the real reason that I started this series is because obviously for Pride Month, I want to highlight LGBT influencers, um, and of course males in beauty and show that we can collaborate and we can get along and get glam together without any cattiness and stuff. But, I appreciate all of you guys coming on and telling like a little more of your personal story because it'd be easy for us to come on here and just get pretty and talk about how gorgeous we both are and talk about, I mean, we're still going to do that anyway, which is totally fine. But, I think it's just important to put content out there like this, that shows both sides, the beauty and the struggles.
Because I always say, like, what would, like, someone like me want to see? Like, I don't know, that's how I view it. Like, what would little Kenny want to see?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what would someone, like, in a similar situation as me want to see? Who might be, like, who wants to, dabble in makeup. But feels like they can't because they're family, or for whatever reason. I feel like it's cool to, like, be able to go online and, like, find that community.
Yeah. 100%. Hi, Carlos. Ooh, stunning.
God, yeah. I love Carlos' makeup.
What are you using on your eyes? Speaking of makeup, let's talk about products for a little.
Who, me?
Yeah, what are you using?
I was just using this Pixie by Petra.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I'm doing a rural neutral kind of look. Because I love my glitters, honestly, but I've been, like, kind of doing more neutral lately. I don't know why.
I was gonna do like a neutral, crazy, smoky look today, but I'm actually doing this pink. This is inspired by you. You know that I love my pinks and my greens anyway, but I swear my favorite look to do on myself is like a pink, purple, smoky. But once I saw you do it, I was like, oh, no, 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 no. We're going back to the drawing board.
I love, I just love
I love pink.
I,
It just looks so good on our skin tone, like all the time.
it really does. Like, I love pink. And it's like, I don't know. I just, like, I can't get over, I just, that's a pink. I don't know what it is. I just love it. I've, like, always loved pink, though. Like, even if you go back to, like, the pink Power Ranger, like, I just love it. Everything about pink.
Girl, you know how I feel about the Pink Power Ranger. Are you crazy? Kimberly was everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Literally.
Kimberly and Tommy walked so Brittany and Justin could run. I just said it. I don't care.
Literally. Such a crush on, Tommy.
Oh, what? That was probably one of my first crushes like ever in life.
Literally. And at the time, I'm like, oh, like, obviously I, like, knew I was gay then, but I was like, oh, I didn't, like, think anything of it then. And then I'm like, makes sense now.
Oh, it all makes sense now because I was also watching Family Matters getting way too excited when Eddie Winslow would walk into the house.
Oh my god.
Eddie Winslow? Are you nuts? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Marissa. You're stunning.
Oh, I love Marissa. She's so sweet.
So, Kenny, tell me, let's talk about product for a little. I want to know what like some of your holy grail products are.
Yeah.
What products do Kenny, what products do you actually buy that you like to keep in your kit?
So I love this for sure.
The
This
Carity palette.
this blush one, obsessed. My favorite blush palette.
So, oh,
They have like so many different ones too, but I love this one.
that is so you.
Yeah, I love this one. I love the Too Faced concealers. I have like two of them right here. They're my favorite. The originals.
The Born This Way?
Yeah, love, love, love. Um, I've been liking this, which I'm about to use actually, because I just realized I didn't really contour yet. Um, hold on. I love the Laura Mercier baking powder. Ugh.
You know, I need to go back to that at some point because, oh, thank you so much. I've been using, I go between the Fenty Beauty powder. Have you tried that one?
No.
Fenty has really good setting powder, but what I'm using today is Elizabeth Mott. You know what? They're actually a Hawaiian brand. This is the brand that I did the giveaway with.
Stop. I
They
saw.
were my Yeah, they were my first like real brand like deal who like reached out to me, wanted to collab. And everyone on their team is so sweet. Their Set for Life setting powder is literally everything. I have a code with them. I'm not gonna make this a whole like sales pitch right now, but the powder is actually like really lit. Like I really, really enjoy this. So I go between this and Fenty, but Laura Mercier is top notch always.
Which Laura Mercier one did you use? Because they have like three.
Um, you know what? I forgot that they had a few. I was using it a while ago.
Like the translucent, like the white one, or were you using the like the brown one?
No, I was using translucent white, like
Gotta use the brown one, dude. The brown one is bomb. Yeah, brown one is like so good.
oh, you used the brown one.
Like, would you say?
You used the brown one?
Mm-hmm. And
Oh.
I use two actually, and I use the honey one. So there's two. The honey one's like kind of like a banana powder. So I kind of set my whole the Laura Mercier brown one, and then I use the honey like banana powder one to like bake it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Morphe bronzer, but I honestly really love the Nikita Dragon like translucent. I always forget what you call it. This one, so good,
Oh, really?
and it lasts so long. I got this last year, and I still have so much, and I use it every single time I do my makeup.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why when that came out and I saw it, I just didn't feel like it was gonna work on me.
That's how I felt too, and I was like, you know what? I got it, love it.
I love when that happens. But I heard that the Morphe bronzers are like really, really good though.
Oh yeah, I love those too. So those are what I honestly use a lot. I changed my eyeshadow palettes up a lot. Um, I changed my foundation recently just to try something new. I was using the CoverGirl Clean Fresh one a lot. Um,
Really? I've always wanted to ask you what your like go-to foundation was, and I would never expect for you to say a drugstore brand.
yep, it wasn't for a while. So it was like I was going between Too Faced, Laura Mercier for a little bit, and then I was doing YSL for a while. For like 2 years, I was doing YSL, and then YSL and like Chanel. I was doing designer for a minute, and then I was like, well, let me just try some drugstore stuff. So what happened was, CoverGirl sent me like a package, and like it's really hard to get the exact match sometimes, like foundation wise. So they sent me like an exact, like perfect match, like foundation, and it was like clean, fresh, and I was like, you know what, this is like very light coverage. So I was gonna use it as like natural kind of makeup when I'm not feeling like full on like makeup-y. And it just looked so good. I didn't break out from it, and it was like honestly like lit. Like I love it. Like so even if I don't get it in PR, I was out buying it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I recommend that for sure.
Oh my gosh, Christina, we love e.l.f. I've been using the e.l.f. mascara, the Lash It Loud. Every time I use that mascara, anywhere I go, everyone keeps complimenting me on my lashes. I'm like, don't compliment me too much because I'll stop buying the false lashes and I'll just start wearing mascara. It's really that good. I really love e.l.f.
What's it called?
e.l.f., the Lash It Loud mascara.
I have a love for Elf because they were like the first makeup I started wearing.
Really? Get out. You started with e.l.f.
I did.
Oh yeah, the camo concealer is really good too. Absolutely.
I've been seeing that. I have to try that one because my like campus store in college, like they had like Elf products there, and we had these things called Paw Bucks, and it was pretty much like store credit at the school where you can like buy like stuff at the school in their school store, and they had Elf products. So when I first started like wearing makeup, I was like, I'm just gonna like buy all this Elf stuff at my school store.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So kind of what I did. So I spent all my like Paw Bucks on Elf makeup,
Oh my God, that's like amazing.
literally. So I just love Elf, honestly.
Yeah, and they are cruelty free, Christina. That's right. We love cruelty free. Stop hurting the bunnies.
Literally
What college did you go to, Kenny?
the sales.
Oh, that's right. You know, I went to Eastern University in Pennsylvania.
Ooh, I know where that
Yeah.
is.
And we played you guys in basketball because my brother played on the Eastern basketball team.
No way. Maybe
Yeah, so
'cause I definitely went to the basketball games pretty frequently
oh my gosh, can you imagine? We were probably in the same place at the same time.
and didn't even know.
Right? That's
That,
what Oprah would call a full circle moment.
yes, I'm at the beach. I'm in Hawaii.
Kenny is living his best life, you guys. He is not bothered by our mundane peasant lives. He is a
Oh,
fabulous queen.
where's my eyeliner? Stuff. That's the I swear. I'm like literally just finding makeup for me adds another half like 45 minutes.
I know. The search for the brush, for the one product.
Literally, literally. That's the whole process. I'm so bad at wings.
Oh, I can't do it. And I refuse to try, to be honest.
Like sometimes I'll get it good, and then like I just like don't try it enough. So then by the next time I try it, it's like I'm not good at it anymore. So funny. So funny. Oh, so I'm doing my eyeliner. I'm wondering how this is gonna look. My makeup with this bad lighting.
It'll come out beautiful. You know what you're doing.
You know what? So, it's funny because sometimes the bad lighting makes it look better. Because I don't know. I've noticed that though. Like sometimes when the lighting's like too good, like I don't know. Sometimes I pack it on a little too much.
Yeah, no, same, 100%. And then when I step into like fluorescent or just natural lighting, I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah. So like it's actually funny. They said
It
to me,
really is.
"What time is it in Hawaii?" Okay, so ask questions if you guys want us to do a Q&A. I'm
Yes, we love a Q and A. Ask all the questions. I got you guys. I was trying to read some of them and spit them out as we were talking, but yes, Kenny is living his champagne dream.
oh my gosh.
I'm here for the Q and A, guys.
Oh yeah, they said what time is it in Hawaii because it's like daytime, like here.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like I keep forgetting I'm on like 6 hours behind.
Oh, how did you? Oh, I asked Kenny how he met his boyfriend. They met in college. That means I've been paying attention. So how long have you guys been together now?
It'll be 3 years on Sunday on the 26th.
Oh my God, this is an anniversary vacation?
Pretty much, yeah.
So cute.
Yup.
Oh
Literally
my God, I love that.
3 years. It's crazy. But we knew each other like for a year before because we like talked before and then we stopped talking. I was like, I'm done with you. And then we came to the senses.
Kenny, the girls want to know if they're getting a new video soon. Come on.
Yeah, you know what, guys? Actually, well, I posted a video last week. I did, or the week before. So there was something recent. But I think I'm gonna do like what I prepped for Hawaii, like a video. And then I've been filming stuff here, so expect the Hawaii something. I don't know all that quite yet, but expect something.
Yes, I love it. Lexi is asking if you're excited for Gabby's wedding.
Yes, I am. I'm a bridesmaid.
Oh, that's beautiful. When is the wedding?
I can't say.
Oh, of course you can't. That's ridiculous.
Nope, I can't say. I don't even think I know at this point, to be honest. But even if I did,
Right. No, that was a dumb question. Is this your first time being a bridesmaid?
technically yes, but technically no. So I was a groomsman best friend Steph's wedding, but I was technically a bridesmaid. You know what I mean? I was on her like husband's side, but like I was like her best friend. But like I was technically like I was like with the like bridesmaids for pretty much everything.
Right.
But this is like the first time I'll be like standing on like the bridesmaid side.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, I've done it a few times actually.
Oh my gosh, really?
Oh yeah.
How is that?
It's really fun. I actually had a really beautiful experience at one of my best friend's weddings. This was 3 years ago now, I think. And it was in Jersey, it was in South Jersey at this beautiful estate property. And her husband, is from Philly. He is like, quintessential Philly guy. So all of the groomsmen were just these like very macho, whatever you want to call it, men. And it was fine. And we did like a really quick rehearsal right before the ceremony because they had all of this drama with their venue. So they actually ended up changing venues like really last minute. But anyway, the time came to actually walk in the ceremony, and they had me walking with one of the groomsmen from the husband's side, and we walked up. We were the first ones in line to walk down the aisle, and he looked at me and he was just like, you know what? Fuck it. And he put his arm out and had me hold his arm like we were like a couple walking down.
That's so cute. Stop. That's
It was really, really cute. It was just like a good moment because there was like drama from that wedding of people like asking my friend like what I was going to be wearing. Like people were concerned about like me and what I was going to be doing. It was just like a lot.
that's what I'm a little nervous about too.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it's just one of those things that once it's happening and people see it, it will be totally fine. And like for you, I'll say like your only job is just to make sure that your friend is happy. You know what I mean? Like that's what I always say. Like it's the day is for the bride, the bride is my friend. So as long as she's happy, nothing else matters.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like everyone like going is like expecting that. You know what I mean? Like it's like, duh.
Right.
Like, what did you think? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be too surprised.
Let's see. What else do we have in here? Hi, John V. How are you? How long does it take for you both to do a full face?
That could vary.
It usually takes me about, it depends, but if I'm taking my time, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. How long does it take you, Kenny?
Same.
Yeah, like I mean, I could do it in an hour if I told myself to do it in an hour, but like,
But I won't be feeling myself as much.
yeah, absolutely not.
That's a rush job.
Yeah,
But if I want to look like my best, my favorite, definitely like hour and a half, like 2 hours.
yeah.
For sure. For me to be like, ah, I look good. I'm gonna take pictures. Because I can
We
do
have
it for sure.
There's a couple of people asking you how it's been filming the reality TV show.
Ooh. I don't know what to say about that one. It could be fun, but obviously it could be drama, as you guys have witnessed. But do you remember like everyone's playing a character? Um, which usually the character is pretty like similar to like what people like view you as, anyways. They just kind of amplify it a little bit, but sometimes they kind of make you go a little above and beyond characters. You know what I mean? Like something that like is seemingly like your character, but like they make it like just extra. It's like, all right, like yeah, I'm a little dramatic and stuff, but like I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but it wasn't really that serious.
Yeah, as far as like plots and stuff go, like at least for me, anything that I said in the confessionals is pretty much my doing. Like I would say, they might have like asked me to like repeat some things, but or rephrase it, but pretty much I decided to say it. uh,
Listen, I said what I said. Period. Do you guys want to adopt kids, have a surrogate, or anything in the future? This must be directed for you and your man because.
so yeah, actually I do. I
Oh
want,
my God.
yeah, I want to do both. I think so. I want to like, I definitely want to adopt. For me, it's more so the order. Like I don't know what order I want to do it all in. Like I don't know if I'm gonna like do a surrogate first or adopt first. Like I just don't know like the process yet. But I definitely want to do both for sure. And I
Oh, I
want four.
love that.
I already have the names picked out. Yeah. I
Oh, you like are really sure. I love
want
that.
1,000%.
I definitely have kind of more recently come to realize that I definitely do want to have a kid. I'm not really sure what route I would take, but I do know that I would prefer to do it with a partner, like with somebody. It's nothing against, people who do it on their own, because to be honest, they're stronger than I could ever be, but I'm not very thrilled at the idea of doing it by myself. So, ideally I'll be in a serious, committed, monogamous relationship.
Yeah, that's how I was for a while. I didn't. I definitely didn't want kids. I remember like for a while, but I also felt like I was in the headspace of being like, oh, I'm not gonna find anyone. Da 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 da. No one's gonna love me. Yada yada yada. So I was just like, not thinking that was even like an option at the time. But then I was like, you know what? I do want a family. So that is definitely gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And also, let me just say this because I'm kind of known for always making jokes about, being single and not having a man. I am very much happily single. Yes, I am looking, but I just want to put that out there. You do not need a man to fulfill you. I am not crying every night, listening to Mary J. Blige and drinking whiskey. Like it's really not that kind of moment. I'm totally fine. I'm sure nobody was thinking that, but I just want to put that out there.
Stop. You're funny. And honestly, I feel like that's important to note because I feel like self love is so important because when I didn't have self love, I was doing the worst. Like I was just like not happy. I was like looking for happiness in men, and it was sad. very sad to watch.
Yeah, but you know what's even crazier, Kenny, is that like for a long time, I convinced myself that I did have self-love and that I was a confident person just because like, I had gotten to a point where no matter what room I was in, I was going to be myself. I didn't care if I was, in the hood, posted at the store, like I was going to be as feminine as I wanted to. So I had come to that like moment in my life already. But what I didn't realize I wasn't dealing with was the validation part of it. Like I was still looking for validation from men, validation from my parents. I still wanted people to tell me that I was beautiful, to tell me that I was talented. So I had convinced myself that I was a self loving, confident person, but in reality, I was definitely still looking for opportunities of love in the wrong places.
Yeah, exactly. I get 100% relate because it's like no one has their self figured out 100%. Like every day, like learn more about yourself. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm always learning something new. Like for the most part, I have myself figured out. You know what I mean? Like I know like a lot, but you always learn more. You learn different things. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
At the time, like you probably thought like what you thought, and then you're like, wait, you know what? No, you figured it out. I'm just looking for validation, not this and not that, and then you're like, oh. So that's kind of what it was for me too. Because even when I was like looking for love and stuff, like I didn't think I was then. You know, like I was like, oh no, I'm confident, I'm strong, like da da da.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it like that at all, actually. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, why am I just letting these guys treat me like this? Like I would like bend over backwards for these boys, and like I just wasn't being respected. And I'm like, you know what? Like I'm just too good for this. Like if you can't respect me, like hell no. On to the next. I don't got time.
Right.
You know, like, and it's just like, for a while, I was just like, it was almost like I was like okay with like, um, being treated with like, being treated at all, if that makes sense. Like, even if you want,
Yep.
even if it wasn't nice, it's like, well, at least they're talking to me. You know, like, that's how I feel. Like, I shouldn't have to feel like that. So now I'm just like, you know what? Like, my presence is like a blessing, and if you don't see that, next.
Yes.
That's how I feel. And I feel like so much better like that versus me being like, oh, I'm just gonna settle for this person because they're talking to me. You
Right.
know, like no, not cute.
I totally relate 100%.
So yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's a growing process. You know, I feel like a lot of people go through it. I just think it's a lot harder for us because we have so many people judging us on the regular, and so many people in our community judging us, so many people outside of our community judging us, and like just so many people judging us 24/7. But it's just like it can be very hard, and people just need to realize that like we're just people too. And I really want people to like the people that like talk shit about like wearing makeup and all that. I'm just like literally, I want you to paint your face, like especially guys. Like I want you to paint your face and go out in public and walk around.
You know what? That's actually a really brilliant show idea.
It is. I was literally thinking that yesterday. I'm like, how about you do that? How you feel? Let's see if you can strut down the street, no problem, and not feel like everyone's talking about you, or not feel like people are giving you dirty looks, or like, you know what I mean? Let's see how confident you are. You're oh so macho, and you're so like, confident, and you're this strong, tough guy. Like, okay, well, let's see.
Let's see how tough you really are.
Put on one of my outfits, and let's get to work.
Right.
Like, I guarantee you won't be feeling that confident then. So it's like I feel like as much as people want to like shit on us and stuff, it's like honestly people should be like admiring like our confidence and stuff.
Yeah, and like a lot of times, yeah, Kenny definitely preached on that one.
Because it's hard. I can't even do it every day. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, and that's what I was saying the other day too. It's like you have to understand, when you see someone like us stepping outside wearing something or looking a way that goes against the norm, like we don't do it for like accolades. We don't do it so people will just start like cheering in the street. We're just like doing it to like be pretty just like anybody else. But it's not like anybody else because it's a challenge for us. Like every time I step outside in 6-inch heels, no matter where I'm going, whether I'm going to a gay bar, whether I'm going to the grocery store, like that's me challenging myself and also challenging other people. But like that's where people need to show some respect, for a human being doing something that's opposite of the norm of what I'm expected to do, as a black man. Like, please.
exactly. And that's the worst when you get it from like your own community. Like I feel like that's when it's so sad, and I'm just like, ah, darn. Then I'm just like, I know your kid's probably gonna come out a part of the community, and then you're gonna be like, wow, instead of being a douchebag, it's a poor old Kenny. I could have learned a thing or two.
So what advice would you give to your younger self, knowing like everything that you know now?
Huh, that's a good question. So I wish then I was more like not trying to like please other people, because for a while I was like living for other people. Like honestly, like when I was younger, I was like living for my parents, and then um like I would let whatever they wanted me to do like affect me. Like if they wanted me to do this, I would do that. And like I was like okay with that, you know? Like I didn't really have any direction almost. I was kind of letting everyone else direct me in the direction they wanted me to go in. And not that it was a bad direction, but it's just like not where I wanted to go. So
Yeah.
ultimately, it's like at the end of the day, like everyone has their own life. Everyone has one life to live, and I just never wanted to live my life for someone else. And I just don't get how some people could do that. Like honestly, like I've always wanted to live in my truth, and I've always wanted to have no regrets, you know. And like I don't want to be like I always say this. I just don't want to be like 70 or 80 years old, like looking back, being like, ah, I didn't take this opportunity, or I didn't wear this, or I didn't do that, because Joe Blow down the street didn't want me to. You know what? Like, how is that gonna sound? Like, oh, like now I missed out on something that could have potentially like changed my life, you know, or like I didn't pursue like something that I was like so passionate about just because I was worried about what like someone else was gonna say. So like I just never wanted to be in one of those situations because that's like sad. You know, your whole like life isn't even your life because you're concerned about like what someone else is gonna say. And I just never wanted to be in that situation because it's my life at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when I die, I'm gonna die alone, and I'm gonna have to deal with my thoughts. And it's like that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I always say this, but like it's so true to my experience when I was growing up. Like I used to be so deathly afraid of showing any sign of femininity, like even to the point where like when Britney Spears' album came out, I would have to like pretend that I didn't have every single song stuck in my head all day, that I was practicing the choreography in my room after school every day. And like if somebody would sing a song in the hallway, I would like die to just bust out and start singing, but like I couldn't because, like again, it goes just back to like gender norms. Like liking Britney Spears, back then was like just something for, and I grew up in suburban neighborhoods too. So like I was around a bunch of white girls singing Britney Spears, and I was just like, I can't be perceived as that. Cause like, my dad is a pastor too. I'm a PK. So like, that was also something that I had to like work out in my own head. Like I did a video about it on my YouTube channel just because it was really on my mind my dad's getting ready to retire actually from the church. So like I've been having all of these reflective moments about like he's literally been the pastor there since I was a kid, like 30 years now. So like I grew up, you know, in that church and I've developed really valuable life lessons from growing up in church, but like I also know that that Malcolm back then was deathly afraid. Like I would go to parties and be so scared to just cross my legs, you know,
Yeah,
like
that's
right? And I know like it's easier said than done, but I feel like I would tell myself like, you know, don't be scared because one day you're going to be so fearless that it's going to scare the shit out of you. Like
literally that's how I felt because it was especially like in the black community. I just like it's so looked down upon to be like feminine, and I just like never got it.
yeah. And you know, conversations that I've had with family members, with friends, what I think happens is, you know, in the Black community, we want to see Black men be strong and powerful, right? We want to see them be leaders. Um, but unfortunately, like in the Black community, it's perceived that being a strong man or being a leader is being hyper masculine, and that's just not the case. You know, I think now seeing beauty influencers coming up, having some more representation in the media, we see that a Black man can look a lot of different ways, and it's okay. You know, RuPaul really, you know, set the trend for that, you know, many years ago. He really blazed the trail for a lot of people in different communities, you know. But that was a challenge to the Black community for sure.
Yeah,
But
yep,
again, it's like I always say, drag is a different conversation because it's performance. You know what I mean? Like he's getting paid to do that.
literally.
And I mean, we get paid to do things too, but like my point is female impersonation is different than, you know, a Black man loving getting glam or loving makeup. It's completely different.
Oh, I agree, and that's another thing. Like I felt like, and I felt like that was the thing with my parents. Like I felt like they didn't like see the. I don't want to say the benefit, but like I
No,
didn't
I know
start
what you
liking it
mean.
until they started to see benefiting from it.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Because I mean, at first, they don't know what to make of it, you know?
Literally.
Are you done? Is this the finished look?
Oh no.
He's like, no, 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 no.
I'm like about to put my lips on and um what was I gonna say? I have to add the highlighter and like lashes.
Fabulous.
But yeah, I'm pretty much there. I always say that. I'd be like, oh, I'm like close to being done, and then I like do more. But yeah, no, 100%. That's exactly how I feel because it's just like I just like don't get why people like care as much. Honestly, it's just like mind your own damn business.
I don't understand why like some people get like so freaked out by
Or
it.
ah, that's what
And it really does happen, you guys. Like people will literally like
it,
look at me like I'm an alien.
it literally happened to me yesterday.
In Hawaii, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Insane.
No, it's literally okay. So it's so sad. Okay, so my boyfriend's asleep right now, but this is something that like I know we've been like struggling with a little bit lately. So like sometimes like he'll be like want to like be like what's the word like PDA ish I guess you could say,
Uh-huh.
and I get so like nervous about that sometimes just because where's my eyeliner? Oh, here it is. I get like so nervous about that because I'm just like people are so mean and like I'm already getting stares and attention. You know what I mean? Just from like existing. And I feel like his extra little like rub or like kiss or like whatever is gonna like get more attention, and I just like it's gonna like piss some people off, and then like you know I'm gonna defend myself, and I just like sometimes like don't want to have to deal with that. So like I'll just be like, no, like stop. Like I just like don't want to do this right now. And like I feel like it sucks because like I shouldn't have to do that, and it's like not fair to him. And
Yeah.
it's actually so sweet that he like wants to do that and stuff. But
Yeah.
for like safety purposes, I'm just very like, maybe not right now. But I feel like that's usually just like a new environment. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, that actually happened last night too.
Jeez, like, ugh,
I was sad about the whole like that guy like freaking out at me for no reason.
yeah.
Everybody just like I don't know. Like now I'm like just feeling like I still have fun obviously, but it was just like the extra like lovey dovey stuff. I was like, not right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't no because if someone says something to me, there's too many like drunk people at this bar or club. Like someone said something to me, like I could be nasty. You know what I mean? Like it's like yeah, I can be sweet, but it's like I also can be very nasty, and it's like I know how I am, and it's like he's not like that. He's like the opposite. So it's like
Right.
I feel like if there were to be an altercation to pop up, I'm gonna be the one dealing with
What's your sign, Kenny?
it. Capricorn.
Oh my gosh, I love Capricorns.
Yeah, that's what I am.
I'm a Scorpio girl, so you know how my temper is not one to be played with. Like, I literally am the nicest person who can get along with anybody, but I can't handle disrespect. Like, it's such a trigger for me, and I've worked on it. I've, had my Iyanla Van Zant moment, my Eat, Pray, Love moment, but I still refuse to be disrespected.
No, but
Sorry.
exactly. So just imagine like being out with your boyfriend and someone just comes over and they're just like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" and just starts like cursing you out. You know what I mean? Like you're probably not gonna respond too well. So I just
No.
yeah. So it's just like I feel like I find myself molding to society sometimes, especially in unfamiliar situations.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Now I'm in Hawaii. My face is gonna be beat. You know what I mean? Period. That's it. Like I'm not. I'm
Right.
not. But sometimes like the extra like sometimes I get sad because I see like like other couples, like walking down the street holding hands, and I'm like I can't even like do that. I feel without getting like bent out of shape.
Yeah.
Like it's intense, and it's like also like you just never know who's watching because like I don't know, you just like never know. Like yesterday, like I didn't even realize there was like a fan at the restaurant I was at. Like I had no clue.
Right. Yeah.
They were there for a while. So imagine like something popped off. Next thing you know, they're filming the whole thing and they post it online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you never know. So
Yeah. No, it's true.
it's just crazy. So I get a little paranoid sometimes. Ooh, hi Lori. What do I have to do now? Lips. I think I'm gonna do a brown lip.
Oh, I've been loving a brown nude lip. It's like, just my favorite. Like a good deep chocolate liner and like a nude lippy. Oh,
So cute. Thanks, Lori.
I think I'm gonna try something pink here.
Ooh,
Oh, oh my God, so sweet. Thank you, Lauren.
thank you. And that's another thing. Like honestly, if it wasn't for like all my supporters online being so sweet, like you guys have literally lifted me up when I was down.
But you know what? You deserve it because you put good energy out into the world. You know what I mean? Like you're a person who deserves the good energy back because you put it out, you know? So
No, because there's been days like literally I would just be so sad, you know, and then I would just be like not feeling it, and then I would see someone like repost something or like send me a nice message. I'm like, you know what? Like, this is why I do what I do. This is why I post like my experiences. Like, I feel like it just goes above me at some point, you know,
yeah.
and I love that. So, like, my voice doesn't matter, or like, um, I might not be feeling the most confident. I feel like, you know, maybe someone out there is watching and they like, you know, really like appreciate like my content and stuff and my journey. So that's why I do it. But we're both doing lips.
I know. I was like, oh my God, we're both on the lip moment.
Literally. What lip are you using? We're using a similar one.
I'm doing this is kind of like a reddish brown liner,
Ooh.
but I think I'm gonna try a pink lip with it.
Mm, I love to do that, like brown and pinks.
Yeah. I think that's the vibe.
Yeah, because I'm getting ready for dinner. I think my boyfriend like fell asleep.
Oh,
He's taking a nap.
oh, a good old vacation nap. Those are the best.
Yeah.
Are you a napper? Do you like to nap when you travel a lot?
Now,
Oh
nope.
my God, you're the person who's always ready to go and do something?
I'm always up.
Girl, I am a napper.
Oh my god, so is my boyfriend. So I usually like do my makeup when he's like napping or like so it works out for sure.
Yeah.
I used to get mad. Like I would be like, wake up. Like I would like we would like literally get in fights about it because I'm like always up.
That is so funny.
But now I'm just like used to it. And I'm like right now, like I'm doing my makeup online, you know. So it's like it works out.
Right.
But then I feel bad like taking so long on my face when he like wakes up and then on my face. And he's like, I literally went to sleep. So but then I'm just like I'm literally high maintenance like 2 weeks. Like relax.
Right.
I'm not as high maintenance as you thought I was gonna be. Because most people think I'm way more high maintenance than I really am. And it's just like funny. So I'm like, you can't even be mad at me because I'm like not as high maintenance as like you thought I was gonna be when you first started dating me.
People always think that I'm like super high maintenance, and I am to an extent, but I think it's the same with me. I end up being less high maintenance than people think that I really am.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. Because obviously we're high maintenance. We have to be to a certain degree to keep our skin.
Yeah.
Which my skin's been struggling this week. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh, I honestly like,
But I feel like the plane ride did it to me. I was up for two
oh yeah.
days, literally, and then I like felt the pimple grow. It was like all it was like literally in the center of my forehead all yesterday, and it like went down. But
Yeah.
and I rarely break out, but I've been like trying out new products and stuff.
Yeah.
And they said usually when you do that, that's like you're probably gonna break out and stuff because you're trying out a lot of new stuff. So I've just been dealing with it, but I'm like, of course it would happen on vacation, you know. But thank God for phase two.
Seriously though. I've been thinking about starting to go see like a dermatologist just because like since I just started, you know, doing content and like a bit of influencing since last year, like obviously now I'm trying a lot more products than usual. And I have pretty sensitive skin. So like it honestly I got it was just one of like the influencer platforms that got me the Charlotte Tilbury, the magic cream. I forget what it's called, but it's like their iconic moisturizer. Like everyone knows about this stuff. And it broke me out. And I'm like, I'm not gonna post about this now, after
Yeah.
the effect that I had, but also like I'm seriously thinking about starting to see a derm just because I want to learn more maybe about like ingredients that I can look out for or like, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Because I have
Because
my
I want to just like try stuff and then not like it.
because I have my go-tos, but
Yeah.
literally I have my go-tos, but I noticed I've been products and stuff, and it just isn't. It ain't happening for me right now. But I'm also just like maybe it's just vacation, plane, and like I don't know,
Yeah.
like stuff. But we'll see what it looks like when I get back home.
What's your favorite part of your makeup routine?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. It used to be highlighter,
Same.
which I'm on to that step now, actually.
I'm about to as well. Honestly, I used to love highlighter so much that I would get up to about like three different highlighters.
God. Oh,
So extra.
I love me a good highlighter.
I do too. I still appreciate the glow. I just definitely don't highlight as fervently as I used to.
God, same.
My God, I don't think my e.l.f. mascara is in here. I think it's in my other
I got like
room.
very glowy. Like obviously I got highlighter on, but I used to go like it used to be like
Yes, and then like, God, I used to literally like wrap it around like this.
oh my god, same. Like literally. No, literally same now.
Oh my God, like, and now I just kind of focus it like on one spot, like literally like how you're doing right now.
Literally like like right
Oh my
there.
God, I literally used to just like rock the boat with it. I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah. And now I just like a simple look more.
Yeah.
So, we still see it.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I'm still gonna glow.
what was I gonna say? I don't like it as crazy as I used to. And I used to love
Yeah.
like that's what I felt like I was known for a while. Like I felt like a lot of people really like that's I felt like that's what drew attention to my page, honestly, was like the highlighter. 'Cause I would go in with the highlighter. Like I just loved it that much. And I still really enjoy it. I just also like love other parts now. But I guess my favorite part now, my least favorite part. I hate putting on lashes.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I know you have it as me. Got no hate, and we were like, I know that's what I saw. I saw no hate. I said no. Like,
Uh-oh.
so yeah, I think my makeup's pretty much done. I feel like I'm missing a step. Obviously, my lashes, but they're inside. I think. They're,
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little mascara and highlighter and then I'm done.
oh, I usually put highlighter on my like cheek. I mean, on my like this area. And then like a little on my forehead. I'm not gonna highlight my pimple though. I did that yesterday and it looked too cute.
Oh my God.
Accidentally. So then I had like a glowing pimple.
Right.
That's so embarrassing. Okay.
Oh.
You hear him?
Yes.
Yes, I do wear fake lashes. I'm just like not gonna wear them right now. But no, I probably am. Let me see if
I wear fake lashes as well. I've been wearing I wore falsies for the last live. Oh my god, you look so good.
well, I can see what I need to blend right now. That's why I'm doing
Oh my god, you look so good. Wait, which foundation did you use today?
this. This one.
Is that Fit Me? No, is
Maybelline.
the Superstay?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was gonna use mine, but I didn't use it.
What shade are you? I wonder if we're like the same as actually.
360 mocha.
Oh my god. I think I may be that.
Get out of here.
355 coconut noise
Coconut?
day cocoa.
Yeah, I can use coconut too, though. I've used that one before.
You guys, like right up here, I'm breaking out so bad, and I never break out there. It's like weird. But yeah, other than that little breakout moment, I like it. And I need lashes on. And that's my makeup.
Yes, Kenny.
I do need to contour my jaw though, which I always forget that step now because I got my jawline back. But
Right.
I didn't have it back for a while,
Right.
but I'll do it today.
So pretty much like whenever oh, thank you, Marissa. Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. Um, I literally will usually just start doing my face and just figuring out as I go
Oh my
along.
god, yeah, I never have a like set plan. I usually know what
Ne-
palette I'm gonna use, maybe, and then I'll like
yeah,
usually decide.
yeah. I had no idea that this was gonna be the face that I went for today, but I think it's fun. I think it's giving like Sailor Moon a little bit. It's very
Yeah,
neon.
your look is super cute.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh
the
my god.
look. Yeah, I need to blend as well, 100%.
My personality gets so different when I have my makeup on, I swear. I just get like so like, oh my god, I'm cute.
The transformation of it all. Oh my god, your eyes look stunning.
Thank you.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I know, I went very simple with the eyes. I'm gonna blend a little bit. I'm
I
gonna drag it out a little bit.
love that though. It's like it's just smoky enough, but like very pigmented. Oh my god, it's like sultry. This is
Mm-hmm.
such a good dinner look right here.
Literally, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
smoke it out a little.
Oh my god, how's the food in Hawaii?
Oh my god, so good. So good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
We've
all
been
about
like, we've been
food.
like contemplating like moving up here. Not gonna lie, even though I've been like, oh my god, we're gonna stay back.
Get out of here.
We're like not going to, but like we love it.
That's so funny. I just saw a meme literally earlier today that was like, I'm the type to like travel somewhere and after having two good drinks, I'm like, I might move out here.
Oh my god, us.
Yeah, someone asked a question about traveling more. I actually still haven't traveled on a plane since COVID anywhere. Um I am planning on it at some point this summer. I mean, I don't have anything booked right now. I'll probably go to LA for a little bit this summer at some point, but I haven't even been on a plane yet.
I think I've only been on the plane twice, which was a lot like 2 weeks ago. And then
I'm either gonna go to LA or most likely New Orleans. New Orleans is one of my favorite cities like in the entire world.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh my god, I want to go to New Orleans so bad. I gotta get my lash.
I love New Orleans. It's literally one of my favorite cities in the world, and I've been to a lot of cities.
Hi, BB. Hi. I'm pretty much like done with my face. Where's my lashes? Hmm. Where the heck did my lashes go? Oh my gosh, I don't know where my lashes are. I really like these lashes.
What lashes are they?
Oh, I found them. I honestly have no idea. I never remember my lashes.
I can't.
Literally. I kid you not. Unless they're like, I usually remember like some of my lashes, like, but I carry this case around with like all my lashes in them. Um, so then I don't remember my lashes,
Right.
but
Yeah.
because then they're just thrown in there.
When you travel, do you travel with like a lot of makeup? Like, is it really hard for you to pick what to bring and not to bring?
I'll actually show you guys as soon as I get my lash glue.
Oh my God, guys, we're gonna get an exclusive.
Let's see.
We're gonna see what Kenny travels with.
Where
He touches makeup.
do you see me? I'm like walking around looking for all my stuff.
I literally love it though. Guys, don't you feel like we're with Kenny in Hawaii right now? Like in the
Where's my
room?
bag?
This is like an experience, guys.
I'm trying to put my lashes on. I'm like bugging out. I feel like I like lost my like bag. Oh wow. Right here.
I need like a blush moment.
Freaky. Which I still didn't even find my lash. Or my lash glue. Hmm. Yeah. Maybe my lash glue's out here, honestly. But yeah, I can show you guys like what I pretty much brought.
I'm so curious.
Pretty much all this.
Okay, this looks like about as much that I would bring to.
And then I have some stuff in here. Then there's some
Like,
more in here too. I don't know if you can like you can't see in there. But yeah, there's I pretty much just fill this bag up. Oh, here's my lash glue. Oh no, it's not. Ugh. Don't tell me I lost my freaking lash glue.
oh my God.
That's gonna be annoying.
Oh my God, every time I travel to, like my bathroom ends up looking like a crazy like glam room. It's insane.
Totally. Oh my gosh, like where the heck is my lash glue? Like I literally can't find it. So I might have
You
to.
found the lashes, but you can't find the glue now.
Did I put it back in here? No, I didn't. Yeah, oh, here it is. Please be it. Please. Yeah, that's it.
It's it.
Getting mad. I'm like, hey. Now I'm just like officially done.
Oh, hi, Marley. Say hi, Marley, Kenny.
Hi, Marley.
I know she wants you to say it and not me, and I'm totally
Oh,
fine with
hi.
that.
gonna take off my glue from yesterday.
Right.
I pack like so many lashes too, but I love these. Like once I love a lash, I'm like,
Oh,
you're it for the weekend.
I was wearing the same lash for like so many looks the past couple of weeks. And then for the live on Friday night with Cameron, I brought these different lashes. And of course it was like taking forever. It was so annoying. I was like, you know what? You just need to stick with what you like.
Literally. Ugh, I'm scared to use this glue. Because this isn't my typical glue.
Oh, good luck with that.
I used it yesterday and it worked really well, but the thing is it's like black, so it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it doesn't dry clear.
How do you feel about the magnetic like lashes and liner, like the whole magnetic moment that's happening?
I tried them. Actually, I think that was in my recent video, actually, to be quite honest with you. My recent YouTube video, but I liked it. I don't know if it's something I could do 24/7.
Right.
I feel like it's for like a more of a natural look for me.
Yeah.
Just because I would be concerned it wouldn't stay on all night. But
Yeah.
I liked it. Like, I can't say nothing bad. That's what I'll say. But like I said, I don't know if I would love it for a full glam. Like when I put them on, I was like, the calf glam. So I didn't mind them. Ugh, I don't have my tweezers on me, so I gotta hand this. See how
You
this.
know, I use my hands all the time with lashes. I
I
never use
do, but
fingers.
I'm nervous with this. Alright, I need a more clear mirror. Oh my gosh. Guys, pray for me, please. Oh my god,
Light my brow bone.
this is so scary.
Oh my gosh, stop. I literally know your pain. Ugh, I hate putting on lashes. Literally. Can you say hi, Maya? She would like a hello.
Hi, Maya.
I got you, girl. I got you. He's doing the lashes. I got you.
Lashes make such a difference. Literally, look.
I know. Oh my God.
Such a difference. I just like I can get them closer to my lash line with like tweezers.
Kenny, the girls are in here. Okay, okay, okay. I got you. I got you.
Hi, Danielle.
There you go.
Hi.
Oh, Maya needs another hi.
That I can see lashes on. I can see clearly now.
Thank you, Chanel. So sweet.
That's what I want to name my daughter.
Get out. Oh my gosh, that's so special. Thank you. Marissa, you are a real one, girl, because you've been in here
Oh my god, I love
through
her.
the whole time. Happy Pride Month, Chanel.
I'm wondering if this lash is on like backwards. I hate when that happens. Do you look on backwards? No.
No.
Okay. I definitely
No, it's definitely not
a little bit better, then I'm actually done. Who is that moaning and groaning?
My nails, thank you.
To get nails again. Like, I'll have a phase where I love them, and then the thing is, I like them for like a couple days.
I know what you mean. I have a girl in Jersey. If you guys didn't know, I am in the majestic Garden State of New Jersey, and we like the drama. So I only get gel manicures. I don't wear acrylics. My nails grow very, very long and very strong. But I have a fabulous nail tech named Sibiri who's super creative and fabulous, and she's always convincing me to get design. But this is all gel. These are all my nails.
Wow.
Yeah. And they grow out really long too. I can't wait till they get back to claw length because like I love the drama.
That's what I like when I like literally when I wear my when I get my nails done, I'm like obsessed.
Yeah. Such a good moment.
And then like after like probably like 2 days, no, honestly after a week, I'm like over it.
Really?
But it's because I'm helpless without with the nails, I'm helpless.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I literally can't do anything.
I think I got so used to it. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. And that's
Thanks for all the hearts, guys.
it's fine. Like, and then I'll like them, but then I'm like, then I'll break one. You know what? Then it'll be just something, and then I'm like, whatever. I want them all.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of ones. Then I can take them off, and like I could do it at my own like pace.
Did you say press-ons?
Mm-hmm.
I have to get into press-ons. I have seen way too many girls with press-ons, and guys too, but I've seen too many press-ons that look fabulous. And every time I compliment somebody, they're like, oh yeah, they're press-ons. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen like the like ice cream nails that I had on recently. The
Yes.
press-ons.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
How long does the gel last? My gel manicure lasts me, I actually go every 4 weeks, so like once a month. I used to go every 2 weeks, but a gel manicure will usually last you like 2 or 3 weeks. I've just been trying to do better about, you know, not lavishly spending money so much, so I go once a month, but gel will last you like 2, 3 weeks for sure.
And that's the thing about press-ons. Like they last, like mine, like last like without like touch-ups or anything, they can last like a week or two, and then I'll have
Oh
to
yeah,
like
for sure.
it's not as bad as people think.
Oh, you know what? I have a. Oh, I'm gonna use this liner. You just reminded me.
Oh yeah, I gotta fill in where you can kind of see the lash line. All right, so I think I'm done. I am gonna like squeeze my lashes together. Maybe that'll do some good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my head is on my nose. Yep.
Yes.
I'm officially done.
My gosh, I'm done too.
That
Oh
was
my
the
God, you look amazing.
thank you.
The lashes look so good.
Thank you.
Fabulous. Yes.
full beat. I hope no one's like staring at me.
Oh my God.
I hope
Here
they
we
all are.
go.
But yeah, that's my makeup.
Oh, fabulous. The queen is in Hawaii, you guys. Everyone is wishing you well. Um, I'm so glad that we got to do this. You know that I'm such a big fan of yours, and I just, I admire you a lot and everything that you're doing on your platform on House of Shades. I'm so glad that we were able to collaborate again after me being on your platform, and you're literally the best for doing this.
Of course. So much fun.
So
I
what's
so much. This was like literally so much fun. I was happy. Like I was able to like, get glam with someone while I'm in Hawaii. Because I don't have that right now.
right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. And again, I'm really grateful that you even came on while you're on vacation. Like, you guys, you don't understand. Kenny is like the fairy godmother to my Brandy and Cinderella. Like,
Oh,
you just like always look out, and I really appreciate you just, committing to even doing this. When you told me you were going to be in Hawaii, I was going to be like, Kenny, please enjoy your vacation. Like, don't even worry about it. And he was just like, no, I'm doing it. So I really appreciate you.
of course, Phil. I had a blast. And thank you for asking me. Like I'm actually so happy you like asked me to be a part of this. It was so much fun.
I literally could not imagine doing anything like this without asking you, Kenny. You walked so all of us could run. You are literally a pioneer, a trailblazer. Like, I'm just the type of person who will give people their flowers. I have no problem complimenting people and big upping people. I love your content. I love you. So I'm so happy that we got to do this.
Thank you so much, and I'm just happy. But I'm sure we're gonna be doing more for sure. I'm gonna do more of these, like definitely. So let me know.
For sure. Thank you so much, Boo.
Yeah. I love you
Have
too.
a great time at dinner.
Bye.
I love you.